Zach's money problems are over, but his personal ones are just beginning. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another ZATIMA video. In this one, I'm breaking down season 3, episode number 3. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my ZATIMA content and conversations. Y'all, we pick up right where we left off, and I'm still unimpressed. There was so much redundant dialogue in this episode, and it's really readjusting me back to like, okay, we're in ZATIMA land, we're in the Sisters universe again, where a lot of things are really not going to move. But it's also a little bit weird, at least for me, because in the last season of Sisters that we had the writers, which they didn't necessarily do a stellar job of changing completely how the show was written, but we did get a lot less of what I'm seeing reappear now. And Tyler wrote this season of ZATIMA, and now I'm like, oh yeah, this is what Tyler's writing. It's like there was so many extensions to scenes where people just continued to say the same thing over and over again, whether it was Zach trying to get the people who popped up at his house, Belinda, Nathan, Tony, Connie, to tell them what they came over there to tell him, or Fatima saying, no, don't worry about it, it's fine. They did that for at least 3 minutes, y'all, for one scene, and I'm just like, let's be for real at some point. Out of all the things that happened in this episode, I'm still like, nothing happened except for the fact that Preston gave Zach a $3 million check. Why he gave him $3 million, I don't know. And why you only asking for 33% after giving him $3 million when your ass should be asking for it somewhere around 51 to 59% and let Bryce and Zach figure out the rest? I really do not know. It's giving not really good business. And honestly, I'm not trying to root for Zach to not get things, right? To not win in life, to not experience blessings or anything like that. But I think the plot armor around Zach's character is becoming a bit ridiculous, because in what world does an astute businessman like Preston, even if he's making all of his money and his millions in business and farming, that doesn't make him a fool, even though Zach wanted to pretend like he was some kind of idiot. In what business does that mean that you're going to go and you're going to pay double of what the person that you're trying to actually help out of the financial bind paid, and then go even above the double, and then only ask for a third of the breakdown? In this case, honestly, if Preston wanted to still do the deal, he could have literally given Zach back his $1.2 million. Even if he wanted Zach to be a partner, given Zach 25%, kept 75%, gave Bryce back his $1.2 million, and then buy him out completely. That's still not the $3 million that you offered up, and then have the rest of the capital to be able to use for the business to make additional purchases or whatever, build outs within the building or whatever. Like, the numbers are so arbitrary, and like Preston just stepping in and like handing over this check is just like Zach again hitting the lottery after doing absolutely nothing but whining and crying and getting on everybody's goddamn nerves for the last however many episodes. Yes, Bryce was wrong. Bryce should not have taken his money, and if you were about your business, you would not have had things set up in a way where your personal bank account is the thing that's the back fold or the catch-all for your business bank account. Mine ain't work like that, and I got multiple business accounts. If the money ain't there when you go to get it out the business, then the business is going to do what? Overdraft, and it's going to sit there. It is not going to go automatically and go into my personal account and then wipe me out. So then, Zach, what the hell was that even? And we're not even addressing that. We're not even addressing the fact that Zach has no business acumen as it pertains to the residential properties. We're not addressing the fact that Zach does not have no foothold or no real knowledge in this business, and he was relying on Bryce, another lottery ticket that he won, to even get in this business in the first place. So now we're getting him out of this bind that he's in. Granted, he didn't put himself in this financial bind, but we're pulling him out of this bind without him having to do anything on his own. So then why are we even watching the show? Like, this could have been a great moment for Zach to really realize, like, yo, I don't know what I think I know. I need to better safeguard myself. Fatima is a paralegal. She works at a law firm. You get unlimited Andy services. So 100% you need to be going to go sue Bryce's ass, and then take us through that process. Take us through the process of Zach having to rebuild with nothing, because he really shouldn't have had this stuff to begin with anyway. But no, we just continuously keep giving this man more money, keep giving this man more opportunities, while not also watching the character grow through the opportunities that he's been given, which makes it uncompelling to watch. Like, this is so whack. It's weak AF. And like, y'all also are planting the seeds for Zach to have a damn drinking problem behind this. Like, sir, You were worried, you were scared, all your money's gone, but also it went as fastly as it came. So are you really being honest about how you feel about that? Because I'm sorry, last time I checked, if you was really from the hood and if you really was getting out the mud and you really had been through some things, part of you would have never really even been able to settle this quickly into, oh, I'm rich now and I don't have to worry about nothing. Some part of you would have always had like, this could go at any moment. And you would have had contingency plans for that. We don't even get to explore that particular part of the story. I just want them to give us more. And in watching this episode, it's so clear to me that we're not going to get more. We're going to dredge through the rest of this season, or at least the first half of the season. It's going to be a bunch of redundant ass conversations. It's going to be a bunch of the looming plot of, oh, once ZAC finds out about Jeremiah, kills Jeremiah, which to me is not compelling enough for the whole damn show, because who cares? The brothers are going to be fighting. The brothers are going to, it's just going to happen. Uncompelling. It's a matter of time, not if, it's when. The most compelling thing about this is what could happen in reference to Zach's character development around being back in the place of actually not having money, not having nobody rescue him, and having to pull himself up out the mud and still love Fatima and still show up for Fatima and not switch where a lot of niggas will switch. When men go broke, they get nasty. And like us not watching Zach not have to do that, or not go to that place and really be able to maintain who he is while having hope and fighting through it, that would have been to me compelling to watch. Watching Zach even in the beginning stages of like having to plan his mother's funeral and not be able to answer certain questions like, what's my mother's favorite color, and then the weight of that, all of the pain that comes with that part, to me, those are the things that are the story. But we're getting those parts, or either very small or not at all. But y'all want to give me Belinda and Nathan going back and forth about Belinda seducing Nathan into calling Zach to tell Zach that Jeremiah put hands on Fatima. Like, what are we talking about here? Are these grown people, or are they grown people? Are we in high school, or are we in high school? This is stupid. So much of this is stupid. You got Angela over here, and by golly, Miss Smiley, I'm never gonna shame no hoe for hoeing. If you want to hoe, do your thing. But also, girl, don't also want and demand respect and da when you're literally treating this man like you just here for a good time, not a long time. The man is calling you out your name. He called you Donna, and you want to look at him like, oh, respect. But then he also, which is weird to me, Tyler, he wants more from her, but he's also willing to call her name to try to trigger her. This is also very stupid, and it makes no damn sense to me, and I'm really getting very much so irritated. Like, very much so irritated. Preston, where's your wife? Did your wife sign off on this $3 million? Just questions I have, because we still don't know where he stands in reference to Mindy, but Danny gets brought up quite a bit, because once they find out about the $3 million, does Danny know? Y'all shady. And for everybody who's rooting for the ZATIMA or the Fatima and Danny relationship, this is exactly what Fatima thinks about Danny. She is cracking up and cackling and making jokes about Danny potentially alluding to her being a gold digger, or alluding to whatever, the same way that Zach is. But that's those are y'all's precious, right? Those are y'all's, oh yeah, Fatima is the friend that Karen would never be. Interesting. I hope that y'all enjoy every moment of it. Y'all, Bryce gets in this accident that he actually caused. Him driving head first or face first into this other car is wild work. His erratic ass popping back up after you were already over there. She sent you away because you knew that there was another guy there. Y'all are not together. You spiraling out. She goes over to Fatima house only to not go in, only to not console Fatima, only to help rush everybody off the damn lawn. And then you go back home to sleep with the man who don't even know your name, but does know your name and wants something more, but then doesn't want something more, want respect, and you want respect, but both of y'all not respectful. Weird as hell. Only for Bryce's ass to be outside blowing his goddamn horn in the middle of the goddamn night, and then getting all erratic because nobody cares about me, nobody cares, nobody Even this, if you're going to do the model minority spiral out when he, gets thrown out of the damn family because of doing some untoward stuff or some unbecoming stuff, I think that there's a very real story there. But because Tyler is rushing through so much, there's no buildup. So Bryce just looks idiotic. He looks like a goddamn lunatic out here yelling on this goddamn girl's lawn, leaning into could be a domestic violence situation, but thank God you made the other choice and decided to hurt your goddamn self. But it wasn't just yourself, because you go drive head first into another person's car. Like, Bryce, what are we talking about? And then something that we should be able to offer up some type of, or like conjure up some type of sympathy or empathy. I can't do it because Bryce, what the fuck? No. Tyler gave us no setup for me to actually empathize with him. I don't empathize with him. I'm not hoping he survives this damn crash. And I know that sounds terrible, but that's just where I'm at when watching it. And I also did a live reactions, and you get to see me actually watch the episode. So if y'all wanted more responses and more reactions, or what my initial ones were, then check it out. That is a members only exclusive. However, every now and again, if you're subscribed, you'll see that I'll share some members only content for a little bit so that you can check it out even if you aren't a member. I will link it just in case it is open right now for you to check out. And I'm gonna go ahead and watch this next episode. But y'all, I'm barely gonna make it through the season, I fear. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below.